the greatest people that have ever trod this earth. I draw the line in the dust and toss the gauntlet before the feet of tyranny, and I say segregation now, segregation tomorrow, and segregation forever.
We have waited for more than 340 years for our constitutional and God-given rights. The nations of Asia and Africa are moving with jet-like speed toward gaining political independence, but we still creep at a horse and buggy pace towards gaining a cup of coffee at a lunch counter. Perhaps it is easy for those who have never felt the stinging darts of segregation to say, wait. But when you have seen the vicious mobs lynch your mothers and fathers at whim and drown your sisters and brothers at whim, when you have seen the hate-filled policemen curse, kick, and even kill your black brothers and sisters, when you see the vast majority of your 20 million Negro brothers smothering in an airtight cage of poverty in the midst of an affluent society, when you suddenly find your tongue twisted and slammering as you seek to explain to your 6-year-old daughter why she can't go to the public amusement park that has just been advertised on television, and see tears welling up in her eyes when she is told Funtown is closed to colored children, and see the ominous clouds of inferiority beginning to form a little mental sky, and see her beginning to distort her personality by developing an unconscious bitterness towards white people. When you have to concoct answers for a 5-year-old who is asking, Daddy, why do white people treat colored people so mean? When you take a cross-country drive and find it necessary to sleep at night after night in the uncomfortable corners of your automobile because no motel will accept you when you are humiliated in the day in and day out by nagging signs reading white, colored, and when your first name becomes nigger, and when your middle name becomes boy, however old you are, and your last name becomes John, and your wife and mother are never given the respected title of Mrs. When you are harried by day and hunted by night, and the fact that you are a Negro living constantly at the tiptoe stance, never quite knowing what to expect, and are plagued with the inner fears of outer resentments, when you are forever and fighting, degenerating a sense of nobodiness, then you will understand why it's difficult to wait. There comes a time when the cup of endurance runs over. Men are no longer willing to be plunged into the abyss of despair. I hope you, sirs, you understand our legitimate and unavoidable impatience. You express a great deal of anxiety over our willingness to break the laws. This is certainly a legitimate concern since we so diligently urge people to obey Supreme Court decisions of 1954 outlawing segregation in the public schools, breaking some laws and obeying others. The answer lies in the facts. There are 2 types of laws, just and unjust. I would be the first to advocate obeying just laws. One has not only a legal but moral responsibility to obey just laws. Conversely, one has a moral responsibility to disobey unjust laws. I would agree with St. Augustine that an unjust law is no law at all.